afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are watching me from, any part of the world at this hour of the day. It's your brother Emmanuel Oni reaching you all the way from Lagos, the center of excellency in Nigeria. I'm reaching you this morning via the platform of NIGERIAN Watch. This is another edition of Matters Arising, a program that is on breaking down news and events that are happening around the world in the last 24 hours. Happy New Month to you, to every of my friends and family. I say, may God make this month of February fruitful in our life in the mighty name of Jesus. I want to say a very big thank you to you for the month of January, the way you guys encouraged me, the way you guys followed me, pushed me to my limit, to enable me deliver more on what on the assignment given to me. So I want to say very big thank you to you. That was my first month in NIGERIAN. It was splendid, it was beautiful. So as the first day of the month, we are kicking starts today. Thank God, we are starting. We are going to do what we know how to do best. Every morning, breaking down newspaper headlines, event that has happened around the world in the last 24 hours. So please stay around, enjoy yourself with what you think is good for you. Is it a cup of tea, bottle of wine, coffee, whichever that works for you better. Please follow me as we break down this newspaper event. We have a lot on our table. Maybe in the next 1 hour we are going to be dealing with. So please relax yourself and let's pilot this program together. The first on our news item today is from the presidency. The presidency, I mean Nigeria President's office in Abuja, wear face masks to avoid lockdown. Presidency warns Nigerians. Wear face masks to avoid lockdown. Presidency warns Nigeria. From the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja, they are warning Nigerians to please adhere to the regulation of COVID-19 guidelines. One of them is to wear face masks. Another is to keep social distances in public places. Another one is to wash your hands regularly, use sanitizer. So they are asking us to please adhere to all these rules and regulations so that we will be able to manage the crisis of COVID-19 and to avoid another lockdown, as the case may be, because from the way it's growing, from the way COVID-19 cases is rising every day in Nigeria, there is need for us to avoid this problem. There is need for us to obey these regulations and guidelines that have been put aside by the government. That's a very good one. Let me just read a little bit of the news from the news proper. The presidency has expressed worries over the reluctance of Nigerians to comply with the executive order that makes mask wearing and observation of social distancing in public mandatory. A statement issued by the Gabashew Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity on Sunday explained that President Muhammadu Buhari introduced the order with the best of intention and not with any motive to punish citizens. It therefore appealed to Nigerians to give their maximum cooperation for the success of the policy, as it is the only way to avoid further lockdown. So they are asking us to please that this The intention of the president to come up with these rules, to come up with these guidelines, is to avoid another lockdown that will not be good for our economy, that will not be good for an average Nigerians who go out on a daily basis to look for what to eat and what to feed himself from, based on the activities of the daily activities based on Nigeria economy. So they are advising us to please adhere to these rules and regulations so that the government will be able to manage this crisis that is upon our hands in the last couple of months. So that is the first on our agenda. The second on our agenda is outrage as Buhari breaks COVID-19 laws, remove face masks in the public. Outrage as Buhari breaks COVID-19 laws, remove face masks in the public. Outrage as Buhari breaks COVID-19 laws, remove face masks in the public. You see what we're talking about when we always complain about leadership in Nigeria, especially. Our leaders think that the best thing to do, the way to go about it, is to always just bring out laws, dish out the law, and they think they are exempted from the law. They are powerful enough to break the laws everywhere or anywhere. Let me just read a little bit of the news. I may not be able to go through everything. Nigerians on social media and the People's Democratic Party have expressed dismay over the President Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired violation of executive order regulating COVID-19. This order was an executive order from the president, and it was barely just a week ago that this order was discharged for Nigerians to follow. It was signed into law so that we will be able to manage the COVID-19 crisis. But unfortunately for us, our leaders always think that they are above the law. They always think that they are above the law. So because they feel that they are above the law, they think they will always give out our just discharge law. You follow me, I don't. Look at the president that signed into law a piece of law just last week here. His first outing outside Aso Rock, he broke the law completely. The pictures are all over. They are all over the internet. Instead, he broke the law with impunity. He did not wear mask. He only just wore the mask when he was taking pictures. You see how hypocritical our leaders are. How we try to deceive people. Mommy Diaspora, good morning, ma. Welcome to another edition of Matters Arising. I thank you very much, ma. God bless you for finding time to be with me again, for coming around to encourage me again. I thank you so much, man. God bless you, man. So our people, our leaders always think the laws are for them. A president signed into law last week a law that will control, that will force people to wear masks in the public, to keep social distances. But the same president, in his first outing out of Aso Rock, broke down the law, disobeyed the law, didn't even care to follow the law. He only wore the mask when he was taking photos. While he was sitting with his people, with his friends, with his family, he didn't even care. The pictures are all over. Just Google it, go to internet, you see the pictures all over. That is how hypocritical our leaders are. That is how deceptive our leaders are. So if you are not leading by example, how do you now expect How do you now expect the people you are leading to obey the law? If the president have the effrontery and the guts to disobey the law, why won't the minister tomorrow disobey the law? Why won't the governor tomorrow disobey the law? Why won't after when it trickles down like that, it will get to a point, an average Nigeria will say there is no need. The president who brought out the law is not obeying the law. The governors are not obeying the law. So why should I be the one to this is how they have succeeded. It is in this manner they have succeeded in destroying everything about Nigeria. They succeeded in destroying because of this impunity. They feel that they are above the law in everything. Something that is as simple as face mask in the public. You just signed the law into, you just signed it into law just few days ago. MTS, those are good morning. God bless you for finding that time to be with me this morning. I welcome you. Happy New Month to you all. Thank God we are alive. Thank God we saw February. The God that made us to see February will make February to be fruitful in every way of our life. So these people, the truth is that our leaders are the biggest problem of Nigerians. Our leaders are the biggest problem of Nigerians. They disobey. When it comes to corruption, the same thing. They feel because they are the president, they are the governors, they have the right to put hand into the treasury and use it the way they want to. So it's a very big problem. Until we are able to come up with leadership that follows the law. NAIJA Watch, good morning. Welcome to Matters Arising this morning. Thank you. God bless you for giving me this platform to express myself. So, the people, the leaders think that they can do anything. They can give out the law. The laws are for the average Nigerians. It's not for them. When it comes to corruption, the same thing. They think they have the power, the right to just put hand into the treasury, collect money, and spend it for whatever they want to spend it for. Then, because they are the leaders. And you cannot question them, you cannot ask them. If you dare to ask them, they use the government machinery, they use their power to oppress you, to kill you. So it's a problem that we must, as a people, especially we that are suffering this, you are forcing people to wear masks. You as a president of Nigeria, you just signed the law 2 days after you broke the law in the public. Completely. The pictures are all over. And you want the average Nigerian to come and obey that law, it's not going to work. These are the things that create the doubt surrounding COVID-19. I remember last year when Abakari died, even the PTA chairman, the chairman of the PTF chairman, Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, almost all the members were in that burial without observing social distances. That was first of all the thing that created the doubt that made Nigeria begin to feel that there is no COVID-19. If these people can just go and attend a burial, and in the first place, the law was not supposed to even allow somebody, whoever, to be buried on privately. But they did it. So this is the challenge our leaders and we as a people must try to correct. But it's only when we correct this impunity in the system that we begin to see growth in every aspect of our life. When you allow people to do things anyhow and get away with it, if it was a sane society, a society where things are put properly, we know what would have happened. Maybe the Senate or the legislator would have been calling for the impeachment of the president by now. But nobody is talking. Everybody is just keeping quiet. That is the challenge. until we are able to build a system where everybody fall in between the lines of the law. That you are not exempted, whether you are a president or not. Because this is the thing that gives them the courage to put on the door our treasury, collect money, and feel like nothing will happen. Nobody can ask them questions. They are not obliged to telling you anything. They have the right, the power to go into the treasury and collect whatever they want to collect. That is the problem we have. That is the challenge of a Nigerian nation. That is the challenge of our leaders. So I want to please appeal to our leaders at all levels. If you want to build a nation that works, this is not the way to go about it. The person that signed the law, the leaders are supposed to follow the law proper than the average Nigerians. You are supposed to lead by example in everything you do. In everything, you are supposed to lead by example. Accountability, laws of COVID-19, everything you are supposed to lead by example. If you don't lead by example, you are setting up the country to fail. If you don't lead by example, you are setting up the nation to fail. And that is why we are where we are today. Everything we do is we are setting our nation to fail in every ramification. In every aspect of our life, we are setting our nations to fail. The leadership of this country must take up that responsibility. Must take that responsibility to work in Nigeria. To work in Nigeria that works for everybody. To work in Nigeria that works for everybody. Not a Nigeria of I am the governor, I am above the law. I am the president, I am above the law. I can collect money from the treasury and use it the way I want to build any capsule, any mansion, buy houses anywhere in the world. That Nigeria will never work. That Nigeria will never work. It will never work. So, aside that, the next on our agenda after that is Buhari faced to summon police council meeting as IGP tenure ends today. Buhari faced to summon police council meeting as IGP tenure ends today. You see, this is another case of impunity. Another case of impunity. We have an IG whose tenure will expire today as a result of he has passed the age of 60 years or 65 years in service. He has passed that age, so the constitution allows that at that age he should retire from civil service, from anything public service. If he's going to do anything, it's going to be private institution or politics. But we have a government who does not really care. We have leadership who does not really care. APC government, one would have expected before today a letter of recommendation of another IG is already in the table of. Yes, very, very important to life, MD. Very, very important. The law is very, very important, and the president is supposed to live by example. It was last year, on a Facebook, I make a comment that Why is the president not wearing mask within the Aso Rock? They said, some people came up with the excuse that he's the host, he's in his office, so he doesn't have to wear masks. This habit started from inside Aso Rock. He never wear masks inside his Aso Rock. He's not leading by example in any way. He never wear masks inside Aso Rock. That was the excuse. But I tried to make that point that no, this is not, it's not supposed to be so. Whether you are in Aso Rock, whether you are, as long as you have strangers around you, you are not within your family, you are not within your domestic staff, you are supposed to wear masks. But people argue it and say no, it's Salah, is the host, is the person, is his household, it's not compulsory that he wear mask. And then I gave him. Yeah, he's not a leader. He breaks the law in every way. This is another, the topic I'm treating now is another breaking law topic. You will have minister, IG, chief of army staff, whose age have reached the time of retirement. He will not appoint. Now, he has not even done anything. He has not, it's because he's not supposed to be unilaterally nominate or pick an IG. No. He's not supposed to pick an IG unilaterally. He's supposed to pick an IG with the council of police meeting, which comprises of the governors, the past president. So they are supposed to sit and have a meeting, then agree on who to be the next IG. But in this case, if they don't do that, he just pick, nominate, and decide without we even try to excuse the National Assembly out of it. If we even try to excuse the National Assembly out of it. So we are in a very, we are being led by people who care less about the Constitution, who care less about what the people want, what the people think. They just go about doing what they want to do, doing what they think is right for them, and that's all. And once it's okay for them, they just go about doing it. That is the kind of leadership we have as a people, as a nation. And this kind of leadership is not going to help us. Today, the IG is supposed to go on retirement, but nothing is being done about it up to now. Up to now, no council of police meeting. Nobody has been nominated. He has not even written to the House of National Assemblies for consideration. So he's forcing, against the Constitution, he's forcing this Adamu on Nigerians. Whether you like it or not, it remains your IGP. It doesn't matter what the Constitution say about it. It doesn't care what the Constitution do about it. That is the situation we find ourselves in this regime. Next on our agenda this morning is cattle movement from north to south should be banned, says Gwandoje. Cattle movement from north to south yes, I think that's the truth. Him not wearing mask, believe. That means he's telling us that he doesn't even believe. Yes, mommy, diaspora, that's very correct. He's telling us that he doesn't believe that there's COVID-19. He really doesn't believe that there's COVID-19. They are just being hypocritical about it. So the message is sending to average Nigeria out there now to tell them more that there is no COVID-19. So, moving on, cattle movement from north to south should be banned. Gwandoje. Gwandoje is the governor of Kano State. is advising the president that the cattle movement from north to south should be banned. You know why I'm happy about this news is because Gwandoje is one of the respected governors, especially by the president. If you are looking for 3-4 governors in Nigeria that are highly respected by the president, Gwandoje is one of them. So I'm happy with this piece of news that he's not the one calling for the ban of movement of cattle from north to south. Happy New Month to you, my brother. Good morning. God bless you for finding time to be with me this morning, for finding time to be with NAIJA Watch. God bless you. As you are watching this video, please don't just sit down and watch. Like, share it to all your friends and family, all your contacts, all your platform. As well, encourage your people to subscribe to NAIJA Watch so that we'll be able to reach as much people as possible. So let them subscribe. We need subscribers. We need you to share this news, these messages to as much people as possible. We need your like, which is another way of saying thumb up. Thumb up is another way of saying like. So we need those things to attract people, to encourage people to look and watch this video so that we'll be able to reach as much people as possible. That is the reason, that is the motivation, that is our energy. So I'm appealing to you, please, like, share, and subscribe to NAIJA Watch. Now, like I was saying, Gwandoje is a leader that the presidency respects. So this one coming from me because we all know where we are today because of movement of cattle from north to south. We all know it's clear. One of the biggest problems we have as a nation today, because this one cuts across the whole nation. I think it's even the biggest as far as I'm concerned. By my own estimation, it's bigger. The problem is bigger than Boko Haram problem. Because Boko Haram are just within the northeast and maybe northwest. That is where they are confined to. That is where their activities are confined to. But this cattle movement, is creating problems for us everywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere in Nigeria. Northern part of Nigeria, southwest, south-south, southeast, northeast, northwest, everywhere. So for me, it's a bigger problem. So I thank God that a governor like Gwandoje is coming out to advise the president on the way to go about this. Other governors are crying from the south, but the presidency is not listening. They don't want to know. Maybe by virtue of this, by virtue of this Gwandoje's position as a governor and from the north and a well-respected one by the presidency, I'm sure he will be able to talk some sense into the president so that they will look into this herdsmen crisis. They are taking over everywhere in Nigeria. They are taking. Farmers are being discouraged. Farmers are being killed. Farmers are being kidnapped. Every bush, they are destroying crops. Every bush in Nigeria are taken over by Fulani herdsmen. Life does not end only with cattle. We need to plant food to eat. We need rice, we need beans, we need cassava, we need plantain, we need corn. We cannot say because of cattle business alone, every other business crumble. So every other person, every other business must strive after, along with cattle rearing, along with cattle business. If every other business must strive, it don't have to be cattle alone. We cannot just be eating cattle. So farmers must have the freedom to farm. Farmers must enjoy what they do. You cannot force them to do everything cattle business. Everybody cannot go into cattle business. No. Everybody cannot. Yes, my brother, I am one of the new staff of NIGERIAN Watch. Thank God you are meeting me for the first time. I say a very big welcome to Matters Arising. I appreciate your time this morning. It's been good. It's my first 1 month. I just did my first 1 month with NIGERIAN Watch, and it's been blessing. It's been good all through. So I will encourage you, please, and follow me, like my videos, share my videos, and encourage me. Come up with suggestions. I am open to any suggestion, whether for or against my opinion. Your opinion is highly welcome, and if you have any suggestion, bring it up, we discuss it. Fine, beautiful. That is why I am here. That is what I enjoy doing. Thank you so much for acknowledging that you are just meeting me for the first time. My name is Emmanuel Oni, reaching you via the platform of NIGERIAN Watch. So as I was saying, Kwantoje is a very respected governor. So I just hope and pray that the government, the president will listen to this piece of advice. There are better ways to do. Yes, I think that is the way to go, mommy diaspora. Yes, except we can be eating any other thing. If we can just agree and stop buying cow meat. Yes, if we can just agree, I think that is the campaign that we should start now. Life does not end with cattle alone. Life cannot end with, we cannot be eating cow meat without rice, without beans, without cassava, without plantain. So the atrocities they are committing everywhere in Nigeria is creating problem. So that is why, in my own estimation, I think cattle movement from north to south is the biggest problem we have in Nigeria. Is the biggest problem. They are taking over our land. They are taking over our bush. They are taking over our forest. Even road. There's a picture on the internet now, on Facebook right now. Yesterday or 2 days ago, Abuja Street was taken over by cattle. Some street in Abuja, it was taken over by cattle. It was taken over by cattle. There are better ways of doing this business. It's not the money we lack. It's not the idea we lack. Just that our leaders just refuse to do the right thing. There are better ways that we can do this business, and these people can even do this business and make more money, be more comfortable. Please. Kwantoje, I want to say thank you at least for this beautiful message you are sending out. And I pray that you don't just stop there in the front of newspaper. Try and take it to the presidency. Try and explain to them the crisis this thing is creating for us. Because I know you are one of the respected governors from the presidency. So please, don't just end by saying it in front of newspaper and radio. They are never serious in any way. They are never serious in anything they do. I don't know the kind of God that creates Nigerian leaders. Yes, some of our people own cattle. We agree. It is because the law that is operating the cattle business allowed them to do it the way they are doing it. If we have a law If you want to do cattle business, you have the right to do cattle business. Cattle business is a big business. Everybody free to do it. But there must be laws. There must be boundaries that you must not cross it because you want to do boundary business, cattle business. You cannot say, if there are laws that say, if I want to, yes. Now, the law says, if the law says cattle business, if you want to do the cattle business, this is where you are, everybody's going to do. There's a grant for everybody that wants to do cattle business. Go there and do your cattle business. You cannot carry your cattle to the back of your house. Or if the law says it's Aduwa, wherever, that's where the ranches are, or maybe two in the whole of Edo State, let's assume. One ranch is in Aduwawa, one ranch is in the Sierra, assuming. That is what the law says. Now, and you not carry your cattle and go and put him at the back of your house in Use or Uselu or Wotubu. Then the law will deal with you. That is the thing I am talking about. It is the law that we operate now, or the government that we operate now, allow anybody to just buy cattle, put it at the back of his house, just like poultry business. And you are selling. Then tomorrow you mark them out to the next farmland to go and eat whatever they want to eat. He doesn't care about the person the destruction, the economic impact on the part of the person that owns that farm that you are taking the cattle to. So it is the law that allows it. That is why Benin man have right to do cattle business. You cannot take them. If that is where they are interested, they have right. But there must be law that regulates that this is the boundary, this is where. This is the line you must not cross. There must be laws that guide those things. Those are the things that make a nation work. It's not, a nation does not your work by saying, go and do whatever you want to do, free for all. No, it will not work. Any nation that operates like that is bound to fail. Bound to fail. It's set up to fail. So, Gwandoje, I say thank you. Please don't end there. Take it further. Push it to the presidency so that we'll be able to come up with laws. We'll be able to come up with a system that will work for us as a nation. Next on our agenda is still from it has to do with where we are coming from right now. Henchmen flee as IPOB Eastern Security Network invade Fulani camp in Abia. Henchmen flee as IPOB Eastern Security Networks invade Fulani camp in Abia State, and so many cows were killed. You see what I was saying? This thing is setting up Nigeria to fail. You see the next news, the news I just read out now. People are now resorting to self-help because there is no law that protects them. There is no government to protect them. There is no institution to protect them. So people are now resorting to self-help. And that is the biggest undoing in Nigeria today. Nobody is protected. Apart from the governors, the president, maybe the ministers, and that's all. The president, the ministers, the governor, that's all. Even the local government chairmen are not protected. They are not protected. So, if Nigeria must work, we must make a Nigeria, let the police, let the constitution, let the army work for every Nigerian, whether you are big or small. whether you are rich or poor. That is the only way we will get that. So people, the Easterners now, they are now resorting to, because their farm are being destroyed. Their forests, their bushes are being taken over by this set of people. All in the name of cattle business. All in the name of your business, you are destroying my own business. That's the problem. By the grace of God, it will work. We will continue to shout. We will not be tired. We will not be tired. So, we must continue to fight for the right thing. We will continue to fight for the right thing. We will continue to fight for the right thing. So, a nation does not just work when people now start resorting to self-help. Because the institutions have failed, the leadership has failed, so everybody now wants to protect himself. That is exactly what is happening in the southeast right now. Similar thing is happening. Something similar is happening in Oyo State. Not something similar. The same thing is happening in Oyo State. I saw a Facebook news this morning that a community in Oyo State is now calling Igboho, Sunday Adeyemi, that human rights activist, to come and defend them from the hands of the Fulani herdsmen. That their children are being raped, kidnapped every day. So they are looking for people now to come and help them. So that will not take Nigeria to anywhere. That will not help us. Self-help is not the way to go. So the government must act as a matter of urgency to nip this crisis in the bud. It's a big crisis. It's the biggest crisis in Nigeria today by my estimation. It's the biggest crisis in Nigeria today. So I want the government to please do the needful. Come up with strategy to embark on ranching of cattle. A state can only, maybe a state will just have one point of sales of cow, not everywhere. You can just look for one community and give to them. Then make them stay with that community. Make them do whatever business they want to do. They cannot go and be sourcing for their food from everywhere and bring to the cattle to feed them. Not taking the cattle to other people's farm to go and feed. That is not done. That is not the way cattle business is being practiced in other parts of the world. There are mechanized way of doing these things. They are more, and they even make more money if you do it properly. The cattle produce more if you do it properly, if you mechanize it, if you do it properly. They will produce more, they will grow more, they will produce more money, more milk, and more money for you. So I want to appeal to the government to please come to the aid of an average Nigerian. The farmers that are, the crop are being destroyed. The average Nigerian are being kidnapped every day in disguise of Fulani herdsmen. The criminals are infiltrating the good ones to perpetuate evil in the society. Please, there are better ways to do cattle business. Bandits give kidnappers victims 60,000 to buy slippers after collecting 2 million from families. Bandits give kidnappers 60,000 after collecting 2 million from the family of the kidnappers. So this story said that, if you read inside the story, said 6 people were kidnapped and taken to the bush. So initially they called the family of the victims, asked for 10 million initially, and later it was reduced to 2 million. So the family now came together, put up this 2 million naira, and deliver it to the bandits. This thing happened in Niger State. All still centered around Fulani Esme kidnappers. This story, everything is still within the Esme Katoriani matter. So it happened in Niger State. I was kidnapped, and they were kidnapped. So later they delivered to 2 million to them. So as they were not going, I think this is a good gesture. They gave the bandit, the victims, 10,000 naira. That amount to 60,000. Each of them 10,000 to buy slippers. And you made a very good point. I tend to. I am tempted to say amen to that prayer, that I wish maybe that would make our traditional rulers sit up. Maybe. I am tempted to. Maybe that will make us sit up as a people. Because this thing is happening to common men, we think it's them. That's the way we always see things. That's the way we always look at things, because it does not affect them. So let them suffer it. That's the way we always see things. So they gave them 10,000 naira to buy slippers on their way. You see? So this kind of kidnapping, this set are very, very nice one. For them to have given 10,000 naira to their victim after collecting 2 million naira from them, I think that shows that they are nice kidnappers. But the truth is that whether you give them 10,000 naira or you don't give them 10,000 naira, kidnapping should be discouraged. The government should do everything within their power to take away this crime, this kidnapping crime. This family now that brought out those 2 million, you don't know how they got this money. Maybe they have gone to borrow money to pay this, to free their children, their brothers, their husbands, or their wives. Now you have incurred debt on those people. They will take some time, maybe years, to get out of that debt. If they did not borrow that money, maybe some of them are fortunate, it will definitely affect the economy of the family. It will definitely affect the economy of the family. So that is why the government must please take away this crime. Let Nigeria be free to do business anywhere. Yes, we know what happened in other parts of the world this month. We know how law keep people in check. Law and order, enforcement, not this kind of impunity society that we are building. A society where things just do anyhow, do whatever you want to do, kill whoever you want to kill, kidnap whoever you want to kidnap. As long as you have access to gun, you have the might to hold the gun, go ahead and do whatever you want to do. No society works like that. And we now say we have leaders. Our leaders, our politicians will now be going all over the world, gallivanting, claiming that they are the president of Nigeria, they are the governors of Nigeria, the minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, when they are not really doing anything to affect the life of an average Nigerian. They are not putting anything in place. All they just think is their responsibility is to sit and enjoy the money that comes out of whatever position they have, travel around the world, enjoy the immunity that goes with it, the flamboyancy that goes with it. That is what they are after. They are not after protecting you and I. It's very saddening, very discouraging, very unfortunate that a country like Nigeria, with our level of education, with our level of intelligence, with our level of natural resources, human and natural resources, we are at this level today. We still carry cattle across the streets of Nigeria. That's not the thank God for your life. So, but you must find a way to still support us, just as you are doing that. I thank you for this, for following us, coming up with suggestions, coming up with ideas. It's not all about money, about ideas and inspirational things that you just said now. That in your country where you live, law and order is working. So it's up to us as a nation to come and learn from such country that you are. Thank God for your life, and I thank God you are pushing it through this medium, letting Nigerians, letting the world, letting our leaders know that this is not the way to run a nation. I thank you, Mr. Desmond. So, yes, agreed to an extent that our education is porous. That is a given. Our education is porous. But that does not undermine the fact that Nigerians are very, very educated. That is why you see a Nigerian go to school here, may not be able to do much if restricted to this country. But if you have opportunity to go out of Nigeria and school, just give him a period of 5 years, he's going to excel in anything he's doing. So that is my point when I say Nigerians are educated. If we are going to depend on Nigeria education, we are nowhere at all. I totally agree with that. But an average Nigerian is very, very educated. He's very, very intelligent. Give him opportunity to exploit, he will exploit. He will do well. Give him a good environment to do well, he will do well. That is the point I am making when I said Nigerians are very, very intelligent and educated. I can argue that one with anybody. Somebody that is an average student in Nigeria who is not doing well, let him have opportunity elsewhere outside Nigeria. Just give him 5 years. He's going to fit into the system. He's even going to display those people that grow in that society. That is why you have Nigerian professors in almost all the universities of the world, best universities of the world, Nigerian medical doctors, Nigerian consultants all over the hospitals of the world. In every area, is it airport, business, anything, mention it, Nigeria are doing excellently well when they have the opportunity of living outside Nigeria. So that is the point I was making. So as I was saying, We must build a nation that works. We must build a nation. And law and order is what make a nation work, because that is what put everybody in check. That is what put everybody in check. Yes, yeah, I'm very sure of that. I'm very sure of that, Mommy Diaspora. Some of them, yes, some family members are involved, because I maybe I may not know about other states, but in my state, I am very, very sure of that. In Edo State, I am very, very sure of that. An average Nigeria Edo man will prefer, or the way will prefer to give out land to Fulani herdsmen to do business, because they know that they are coming with big money. They are going to be making money. As long as they are in a position that the money will be getting to them, they will rather give it to them than to give it to a family member. I am very, very sure of that. So I want to say that we must make law and order a key and important part of us. We must. We must. If we don't do that, we will never go anywhere. If we don't do that, we will never go anywhere. Whether we cry from nothing in heaven, if we don't get the right leaders in the right position, forget it. So let us as a people come together and work towards 2023, so that we'll be able to pick the right leadership. We'll be able to put the right people, round square in a round hole, square peg in a square hole. Not round square in a square hole. Yes. One thing that's very key is education. Level of education is very, very key. Because one of the setback I see in this government is the level of education of our president. I see that as a problem. We have never had it so bad. Because of his level of education, that is why he's handling issue the way he's handling it. And to make matters worse, he did not surround himself with smart and intelligent and good people. He surrounded himself with sycophants, hypocrites. So that makes matters worse for him. So the last on our agenda this morning, after the bandit give a kidnapped victim 60,000 to buy slippers, the last on our trip, the last on our agenda this morning is COVID-19. Secondary school in 3 local government areas of Edo State to do shift-based education. Yeah, thank God today is first. As we follow it throughout last week, I followed those news very well throughout last week, and I did told you that schools at all level in Edo State is going to resume today, being the 1st of February, and Edo State government have put a lot in place to make sure that our schools, our environment, our children are safe when they resume. They have did a lot of campaign, a lot of task force and all guidelines to make sure that our school environment, our children are safe when they go to school. So another one that just came up yesterday now is that Edo State government have said that among the 3 major local government area, the populated one, the area that is really busy, which is Oredo, Ego, Nwunde, those 3, they are going to be doing shift basis, especially the secondary school. to open up the space for social distances. For social distances. Open up the space for social distances. So that is the decision, or one of the guidelines they have put together. They said the SS1 to SS3 we start from morning 8 a.m. to 12:30. Why? No, GSS1 to GSS3 we start from 8 a.m. to 12:30. Why? The SS1 to SS3, which is the senior class now, we start from 1 to 5 o'clock. That is the arrangement on ground for secondary school resumption starting from today. So I just thought that I should let you in of this latest development, because among the ones that we read throughout last week, this one was not part of it. I just got to know about this yesterday night, and I felt it is important I bring you into it so that you know how our state have prepared. And I pray that all the plan of the government, all the things that they have put together will work, and our children will be safe in their hands. My children are in Benin. My kids are in Benin. So I cannot afford to allow the government to joke with the life of my children. So I'm appealing to the government to please put everything in place to make our children safe. I thank you for all you have done, the governor. I acknowledge you for in this area of COVID-19, you have done very well. I will give it to you in that area. You have done very well. The ones I am not comfortable with is the area of security, courtesy, esme, and robbery. That is where I have problem with you. But in this area of COVID-19, you have done very, very well. So that is the last on our agenda today. I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you that has followed this program today, that has decided to spend your time with me today, with NIGERIAN Watch as a whole, as a family. I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much. As by tomorrow, by the special grace of God, we'll be back same time, 8:30 tomorrow morning on Matters Arising. We'll be back with you, and by the special grace of God, we'll be able to deliver on our assignment. Thank you so much. This afternoon, we'll go out and source for information. Let's make do with what we have right now. Let's make do with what we have. We cannot begin to complain. Me, I'm not too comfortable, but let's make do with what we have. So I want to say very thank you to every one of you that have one way or the other supported this program, either by way of liking, viewing, commenting, suggestions, criticizing, and even encourage your people to subscribe to NIGERIAN Watch. I want to say very big thank you. Your time is so precious. Your time is so valuable. So I don't take it lightly at all. Thank you so much. As I see you tomorrow by the special grace of God, I say have a very good day and a beautiful month ahead of you in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you. God bless you.